Dr. Motwani, of course, you know, is the preeminent eye surgeon here for Lasik eye surgery here in Southern California, anywhere in this part of the world. And one of his favorite patients, Cheryl Adler, is also a huge Reuben fan.
That is true.
You walked in and you said, "I hear Reuben's leaving."
I watched this morning before I ever got here.
Aww.
I'm up real early.
And you watched without your glasses, too, didn't you?
I did. I did. I do not need them any longer.
All right, I want to talk to you about Lasik eye surgery here because you've got quite the story to tell. You actually had it done 11 years ago,
True.
not by Dr. Motwani, but you had it done.
Correct.
And then it needed to be 11 years later, you needed an enhancement.
I did.
So how did you find Dr. Motwani?
On your television show.
Love to hear that. That's exactly good. Unsolicited, unrehearsed.
That's true. That is true.
The cycle completes.
I did.
Yeah.
He was on with a lovely lady about a month ago, maybe, and I listened and watched, and I said, I need to have this redone.
Now, Doctor, I know with today's techniques and so forth, you know, I had monovision. You said, Mark, you may never have to have an enhancement because the technology has advanced so far. What's kind of the difference between what Cheryl had 11 years ago and what's being accomplished now? Because she was very happy originally with the process.
Yes.
What happens is that the way we treat hyperopia, farsightedness, and the way we can do monovision with that has changed pretty dramatically over the past several years with the laser technology. Treating hyperopia 10 years ago was much harder and much less stable than today.
This is where we ditch the reading glasses is what this is, which people don't even realize still don't realize that can be done.
But farsightedness, or what people call farsightedness, or what we call scientifically hyperopia, is something that was much harder to treat than nearsightedness or myopia just because the way the cornea has to be reshaped. The laser that kind of changed the game for us has been the Allegretto 400, which you've had your laser on, she's had her laser on, and that has really changed the game because it's made these corrections that much more reliable. So you'll see 10 years from now, you'll see a lot less people needing an enhancement.
Coming back needing the
exactly.
enhancement. Now, folks, for the first 7 callers, Dr. Motwani will do the basic LASIK eye procedure on you for 50% off. And that's, you know, there's no tricks, no gimmicks to that. It's just as a courtesy to San Diego Living viewers, 50% off a basic LASIK eye surgery here for the first 7 callers. So you can go ahead and call now and start making your appointment. Now, you were so excited, though, to tell me about your husband that you said you almost wanted to skip over your story.
I did.
And tell us about him.
My husband is Major General James W. Comstock, 38 years in the Army, and he had the old surgery done. It was called RK, is that correct?
He had the slits in the eye.
Cut your eye. And a lot of people do not know that can be redone. And through me getting done, I asked him about my husband, and he said, oh, absolutely, I can fix it. So there's probably a zillion people out there that had that would love to have it redone.
Yeah, we do it on a regular basis.
And Dr. Motwani is the person to do it for you.
So if you've had surgery a long time ago and maybe you're not seeing as well as you'd like to, the doctor can go back and enhance that, but certainly if you've never had surgery, great, come in. And especially if you're a problem patient that maybe have been told by somebody else that they were not a candidate for treatment.
I like those.
I know you do. That gets
I like
excited.
The challenge. I like that. That's fun to me.
The other thing I'd like to bring up is that Dr. Motwani and beautiful Roma, his office staff, is just wonderful. They will make it affordable for you to do this. Not only that, they will do whatever they can to help you.
Yeah, what did you feel like when you first walked in the office? I'd love to get this impression from people.
I know. I loved it. It's beautiful. He has an office in a beautiful place. His beautiful receptionist, Christine, is just the sweetest, most beautiful young lady.
This is coming from a professional football player. Did I mention that?
That is true.
A lot of folks recognize you because you're a notary and you travel around and you're in people's homes all over San Diego.
Exactly.
But you were like the first professional women's football player in the country.
That's exactly right. I was in
Can I tell
San
you a
Diego
nickname?
magazine.
Can I tell me a nickname?
Tell my nickname.
A nickname was Scooter.
Scooter.
This is Scooter.
Scooter Naughton, back in the day in 1975, the very professional first women's football team, and it was called San Diego Lobos. And if any of you ladies are out there, I'd love to get back together with all of you and show the world.
What position did you play?
I was a halfback.
You had to be with a name like Scooter.
That's right.
You don't give those to linemen.
That's right. I made a touchdown, too.
Our husband, the general, comes in and said, I'm probably the only guy in here that's made it with a professional football player. I went, huh?
He makes bets on that. He makes bets and wins a lot of money.
All right. Look, Cheryl Adler, Dr. Motwani, it's great to see you as always, and thanks for sharing that. That was a lot of information, folks, and you're wondering, are you a candidate? Well, even if you've been told that you're not in the past, Dr. Motwani would like to see you. He can treat the very difficult cases with the latest technology, the latest training. This guy, he's the best. That's all there is to it. So go see Dr. Motwani. And the first 7 callers, again, 50% off of your basic LASIK eye procedure.